All right. It's over, man. It's over. Or as the thinny says, it's Jova. Right. So we're gonna read this one first, right? This is on the 3rd of December. He says, since my wording was confusing, here's an alternate way of explaining it. Fate and another insider are saying Combat Pack 3 is cancelled, but they both have different DLC lists. This means that someone at NRS is giving employees wrong information. So there's a chance that Combat Pack 3 is not cancelled. Now, there was apparently 3 insiders. I mean, I didn't even know, like, I've known of Fate Unknown for a very long time, right? If you go back into earlier life cycle of the channel, you know, I've been covering leaks for a very long time. And Fate Unknown is one of those, he's just well known in regards to NRS leaks, right? I didn't know there were 2 others. So when he says it's Jova, the final insider has reached out and said that it's a lady, right? That she has also heard that there's no more content after Terminator, with the possibility of finishing what they originally had lined up since last year. Her Combat Pack 3 list was also different. I have officially no hope left. Right? T says, if they say they are false rumors, then they are practically spoiler announcement for Combat Pack 3, because the rumor being there is no Combat Pack 3, if they claim these to be false, then they are pretty much confirming Combat Pack 3 is coming. That doesn't seem great for marketing. I didn't think of it this way. I mean, look, it's just, like, it's pretty obvious that Chaos Reigns was a gigantic fail, right? It's pretty obvious that people are getting sick and tired of guest characters. Maybe, you know, not everyone, because there are people out there that think that Mortal Kombat should just be the fucking Fortnite of fighting games, right? And that's really frustrating, okay? We don't even get guest characters that make sense. You know, you look at Street Fighter 6, they got Terry, they got Mai. You think, okay, well, they're crossover characters within the fighting game genre. They're just pulling characters out of the air, IPs that Warner Brothers have or whatever, and just shoving them in the game and going, oh, well, they kill, therefore they should be in Mortal Kombat. And I've seen plebs say that sort of shit. Oh, they kill, so they should be in Mortal Kombat. That is what NetherRealm and these absolute clowns have reduced Mortal Kombat to. Killing. They don't care about the story. They don't care about the creation of these characters being authentic. They don't care about any of it. Oh, if they kill. If Scooby-Doo killed, he'd be in the fucking game. Right? Underdog says, Thinny, but doesn't it mean, not Undy, doesn't it mean that it's all a lie to confuse us? Since the list was different for everyone, and they also made sure to let everyone know that Combat Pack 3 is cancelled, maybe on contrary, can be sure that this is just a game and there's Combat Pack 3 in fact. He says it could be, but I don't see it anymore because Warner Brothers is not saying they are false rumors. Well, they're not saying anything, right? Tag teams apparently been cancelled. Listen, this could all be one big ruse, right? Ed Boon and Warner Brothers and NetherRealm are all rubbing their hands, cooking up the plan. You know, oh, we got a Combat Pack 3 coming out. Yeah, and if it's based on the first lot of characters they mentioned, they're a pile of shit. Right? Like, I wouldn't want them anyway. So, you know, I don't really care about those particular characters, right? You should have had Sonya and Kano and Jax in the base game for a brand new era. But it worried me when Ed Boon said, you know, that, oh, everyone's going to end up in the same spot as they were in the original timeline. And it's like, well, got to put on my protective amulet. Why would you bother creating a whole new timeline if everyone is just going to be the same? It'd be different if the whole timeline was literally like, you know, like Raiden was firing, you know, like he was like a cryomancer, you know, and Rain was spitting fire and all sorts of stuff like that, you know, like throwing fire and whatever, like just crazy, like completely out there. You know, just basically like it's a non-canon MK and they're just having just a laugh, right? But no, they tried to push this narrative, right? Oh, it's a new timeline, new universe, everything's different. But it's not, because we knew early on that at that point, Liu Kang won, because that's how Liu Kang was able to reshape the freaking universe. So he is from the original timeline. Like, actually, no, that's not entirely correct, is it? He's not from the original timeline. He is from the sidestep timeline starting in MK9. Correct? Regardless, there was connective tissue to the previous timeline that apparently got obliterated. And then we find out that it wasn't, and then we find out with Shang Tsung, he's alive. You know, and you know what was really disappointing? That final fight scene, like, you know, where you had to choose a character, but in the background is all like, you know, it's basically the Armageddon ending, right? Except in Armageddon, we actually had all of these different characters, and these clowns that write the story, they're, oh, we'll be real clever. We'll have like Sonya, but she'll look like Kano from a different timeline, and we'll have Reptile be a female, look like a different timeline. Like, they thought they were real clever, and look fucking stupid, right? My idea of an Armageddon ending is exactly what we got in Armageddon, right? Where you got all of these, every single Mortal Kombat character fighting each other and trying to get to the top of the pyramid. And I can't remember who I was talking with the other day about that. Because, you know, I thought that would be really cool. Because somebody said, oh, isn't it like crazy how they're just beating the shit out of each other with no regard at all? And I thought, well, you know, I mean, John Tobias could easily explain it if he was ever to have a stab at that particular part of the story, considering he left before the 3D era. My take on it would be that the corruption of the magic, like them using, essentially like pulling from the fabric of the universe to be able to do their abilities, was actually corrupting them and removing their humanity, right? Kind of like in the days of Noah, you know, and that's why they didn't have any regard or anything whatsoever. They were just like blood drunk, you know, just singular focus, trying to get to that one prize. You know, that's how I would say it. Now, I can't remember if it was actually explained in the story in Armageddon why they were behaving in that particular way. But yeah, that's kind of like where I go with it. That, to me, that's really interesting. Not the pus that we got, not the creator fighter and then just put it in a blender and spit out a character here, spit out a character there, you know, like just a bunch of shitbags. Vazdab says, that's weird though, why they're all different. Combat Pack 3 lists. Says, depending on what NRS told them, or how involved they were in the planning, since DLC changed, a lot of people could be brought in at different times. Apparently he's waiting on the list to reveal the info, which I think we've already got. So let me know what you guys think. I've got another video coming up about something else, which, again, if this is actually true, then Ed Boon, you have failed. You have failed Mortal Kombat.